You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. And those systems, they're built on one thing: habits. Quiet, repetitive, unnoticed. Yet they shape the story of your life. But here's a question most never ask. What if success isn't about doing more, but about doing one thing differently every day? Most people chase change like it's a sprint. Motivation strikes. They go all in, and within weeks, they crash. Why does this happen again and again? Because they try to rebuild their life without rebuilding their habits. Here's the truth. Success isn't about big leaps. It's about invisible wins, small decisions repeated until they reprogram who you believe you are. Welcome to Growth Mindset Success, where we unpack the psychology of real transformation. Today, we'll uncover the science of habits, why your brain resists change, how to lock in new routines, and what separates hype from real, lasting results. What if everything you want in life is just one habit away? Let's find out. Your brain hates change, and that's not your fault. Before you beat yourself up for falling off track, let's get scientific. Why is change so hard, even when we want it so badly? Your brain isn't wired for growth, it's wired for survival. It prefers comfort, predictability, and routine, even if those routines are slowly destroying your goals. That's why brushing your teeth feels automatic, but writing a journal entry feels like climbing Everest. Your subconscious sees change as a threat. It fights anything unfamiliar, including your ambitions. But here's a new perspective. What if you stopped trying to out-discipline your brain and started designing around it instead? Because when you work with your biology, not against it, everything shifts. Ever wonder why small changes fail and how to make them finally stick? Stay with me. Habit loops. The cue, the routine, the reward. Every habit you have, empowering or destructive, runs on a simple loop. Cue, routine, reward. Think about it. What's the habit you can't seem to quit? And what's triggering it underneath? Example. Cue, your phone buzzes. Routine, you grab it. Reward, dopamine. Connection, escape. Now imagine flipping that loop in your favor. Want to work out more? Make the cue obvious. Lay your clothes out. Make the routine tiny, just 10 minutes. Make the reward instant. Track progress on a habit app. Here's a question that changes everything. What loops are running your life without your permission? When you master the loop, you stop relying on willpower and start building automatic success. Repetition is reputation. Habits create identity. Most people think habits are tasks, but in reality, habits are identity votes. Each time you write, you're not just being productive, you're becoming a writer. Each time you run, you're not just burning calories, you're becoming an athlete. Every action says, "This is who I am." So the next time you think about skipping a habit, ask yourself, what story am I reinforcing right now? Is it the story of discipline or the story of delay? The science is clear. Consistency reprograms identity. Neurons that fire together, wire together. And those wires, they become who you are. So, who are you becoming with the choices you make today? Make it frictionless. Environment beats willpower. Here's a brutal truth. Your environment is silently shaping your destiny. Want to eat better? Don't just make a new plan, remove the junk. Want to read more? Place your book where your phone used to live. Want to scroll less? Log out, delete, or bury the apps. Because willpower fades but friction sticks. The easier it is to do something, the more likely you are to do it, whether it helps or hurts. Ask yourself, what's in your environment that's holding you back? And better yet, what if you redesigned your surroundings so success became inevitable? The smartest people don't fight temptation, they eliminate it. Time-based triggers beat motivation every time. Most people wait to feel ready. But here's the trap. What if feeling ready never comes? That's why time-based habits like journaling at 7 a.m. or walking after lunch work better than motivation. This is called implementation intention, one of the most powerful proven tools in habit formation. The clearer the time or place, the more likely you'll follow through. Think about it. What habit would change your life if it just happened automatically every morning? Now anchor it to a time, not a feeling, because your calendar is more powerful than your emotions. The 2-minute rule: shrink the task, win the war. Want to change your life? Start with something you can do in 120 seconds. That's the 2-minute rule. Make the habit so small, your brain can't say no. Write 1 sentence. Meditate for 1 minute. Stretch for 30 seconds. Small habits may look insignificant, but they trigger a powerful chain reaction. Here's something to reflect on. If your biggest dream started as a 2-minute ritual, what would you start today? Because tiny steps aren't just easier, they're smarter. And they stack into unstoppable momentum. Break the loop. Kill bad habits without a fight. Most people try to destroy bad habits with willpower. But here's the reality. You can't just delete a habit, you have to replace it. Scrolling too much. Replace the trigger. Go for a walk when you feel the urge. Stress eating. Change your environment and create a new routine, maybe deep breathing or calling a friend. Think about this. What habit do you want to break? And what would you replace it with? Because your brain isn't the enemy. It's just running an outdated script. Change the cue. Replace the routine. And the story rewrites itself. Track, don't guess. Data builds discipline. Here's a challenge. Can you really grow what you don't measure? Tracking your habits with a notebook, calendar, or app brings your progress to life. Each checkmark is visual proof of your momentum. Each streak is a small win your brain celebrates. That's dopamine. That's progress. That's evidence. Without tracking, progress feels invisible, and invisible progress kills motivation. So ask yourself, what habits could you track daily that would show you exactly who you're becoming? Because what gets tracked gets improved. And by the way, if this is sparking ideas, now's a perfect time to like this video, subscribe to Growth Mindset Success, and tell us in the comments, what habit are you building and what's the real reason it matters to you now? Keystone habits, one shift that changes everything. Not all habits are equal. Some habits create a ripple effect that transforms your entire life. These are called keystone habits. Think about it. Exercise improves your sleep, mood, confidence, and focus. Journaling clarifies your thoughts, reduces stress, and boosts emotional control. Waking up early gives you space, control, and structure. Here's the golden question. What's the one habit that if you mastered it would lift everything else with it? Focus there. One keystone habit can change your life faster than chasing 10 random ones. You are your habits, and you can choose again. Let's wrap this up. Your life today isn't shaped by dreams. It's shaped by repeated behavior. Your future, it's being built quietly by what you do daily. But that's not limiting, that's power. Because habits are choices made automatic. And once you choose differently, consistently, everything shifts. Ask yourself, what's the one small habit your future self already lives by? And what's stopping you from starting today? Because you're not stuck, you're just practiced. And now you can start practicing something better. Here's what to take away. Discipline fades, systems last. Willpower is weak. Environment is stronger. Dreams are optional. Habits are destiny. Start small. Stay consistent. Surround yourself with cues that push you forward. If this spoke to you, here's what to do next. Like the video to support the channel. Subscribe to Growth Mindset Success for more psychology-backed transformation. And drop a comment. What's the first tiny habit you'll commit to? What future are you building with it? Because success isn't a fluke. It's a formula. And you're ready to run it.